Well, isn't that a beautiful view of Queensland's Coral Coast? I'm in the small town of Bargara on the outskirts of Bundaberg, and I'll take you for a cruise down the Esplanade a little later in the show. Seems like the perfect day for it.
Also coming up, surfing North Queensland style.
Ew!
Yeah!
Boutique beer by the Gulpful.
Hold my calls and cancel my afternoon.
And sailing the tropics.
There is nothing like having the wind in your hair, sailing the high seas in tropical North Queensland.
Port Douglas in North Tropical Queensland is hugged by the coastline of the Great Barrier Reef. It's as pretty as a picture on land.
But to really appreciate it, you've just got to get out there. Hello there.
Good morning, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Transporting us to the reef is the impressive sailing catamaran Aquarius. The vessel was built in France and made her home in Port Douglas 18 years ago. At the helm is Jazz, who has spent the last 10 years driving boats.
So how did you get into this? You don't often see a lot of female skippers, or I don't.
We're taking over. Yeah, there's definitely more girls in the industry. And when you're a female in this industry, you have to work a lot harder. So we're usually the better skippers. That's
not biased.
It's true.
I'd say she's not your average skipper, fitting for a not-so-average reef tour.
A lot of the vessels that operate to the outer reef are about the destination, but we're about the journey. So we've got a beautiful 2-hour sail out to the reef.
Oh, just the sounds, you know, the creaking of the
Yeah, it's
mast.
beautiful.
Yeah, there's something old-fashioned in how it should be done.
And it's a perfect day for it today. It's just the right amount of wind, 15 knots, waves aren't too big, it's beautiful, it's perfect.
We're en route to Tongue Reef, our snorkel site for the afternoon. Davina is showing us the ropes.
Okay, so basically why this outer reef shelf is so healthy is that it's sitting right on the open ocean. So it gets all the nutrients from the ocean coming in and feeding, and we don't have a lot of the mainland runoff.
It's the perfect environment for coral and marine life to thrive. I can't wait to get out there.
Well, the sail out was magnificent, but this is what I'm really here for. Let me at it. We're heading into Tongue Reef.
You can see glimpses of the reef from above. But once you stick your goggles underwater, there's a whole world to be discovered.
But there's about 400 different species of coral on the reef today, made up of hard and soft corals. Majority of them are hard corals.
Tongue Reef is just a drop in the ocean when compared to the size of the Great Barrier Reef's ecosystem, which covers more than 300,000 square kilometres.
I guess you get people that are nervous or a little bit scared or just haven't been in open ocean and don't realise that there's not going to be a coastline that they're swimming off, and just being able to overcome that fear with them and then seeing them and their reaction in the water and them loving it is just a reward.
You just can't tire of the Barrier Reef. It truly is a wondrous place. There is so much fish life down there today. All sorts of different fish. I can't even describe one. I suppose there was Nemo. Oh, we get to do more, don't we?
Of course. Straight after lunch.
Great.
I'm settling into the Coconut Grove apartments for the evening. It's easy to make yourself at home here, even if it is just for a night or two. You'll find all the essentials, and the thoughtful touches are just the cherry on top. And if that wasn't enough, a private pool and spa area awaits on the balcony.
Well, from the reef to the rainforest, I am just going to sit here, relax and drink in the views.
You've really got to get out here and experience this for yourself. If you'd like to find out all the details of my reef adventure, head to our website.
If you love the outdoor lifestyle, make some time next weekend for the Lake Somerset Outdoor Expo. Set to be an action-packed weekend showcasing camping, fishing and water sports. There'll be casting competitions for both adults and kids and a food van with wine tastings. Held over the 29th and 30th of October, it's on at the NRMA Lake Somerset Holiday Park from 9 a.m to 5 p.m each day. Still to come, Frankie 4 owner and designer Caroline McCulloch gives us an insight into what makes her tick.
Look, I really love shoes. I love shoes. It's as simple as that, yeah.
And craft beer tasting on the Gold Coast.
You're a genius, mate.
Thank you very much.
How good is that?
Really.
Well, a little over a year ago, I made the Gold Coast my permanent home, and it has been an absolute game changer. I mean, look at that. The beaches, the lifestyle, and surprisingly, the beer.
Yep, the Gold Coast is quickly becoming known for its impressive range of locally brewed craft beers. That's why the city is putting on the Crafted Beer and Cider Festival. It's coming up on the 6th of October at Kurrawa Park at Broadbeach. And the genius who came up with the idea is Sam Pearce.
It's all about trying, I guess, something new, something that you wouldn't have traditionally bought in a relaxed environment, some good tunes, ping pong, giant Jenga. This year we're throwing in a comedian in the mix. Yeah, bands all day, DJs spinning proper vinyl records in between.
You've literally just named all my favourite things on earth.
Yeah, that's right, all the favourite food groups.
Let's not forget my other favourite thing, beer. There'll be over 35 breweries attending, local and interstate. And get this, there'll be over 150 craft beers, ciders and ginger beers to enjoy.
Last year was the first year we rolled it out, and the smiles on everyone's faces showed that it was obviously something that people want to come to. So we'll make it bigger and better this year, and it's all starting to roll out.
Mate, I'll be there. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Burleigh Brewing Company will have a big presence at the festival. Peter and a partner, Brennan, created the brewery in 2006 and were pioneers in the coast craft beer movement.
The festival is just wonderful for the Gold Coast and for the brewing industry and for Gold Coasters to be able to come and not just kind of see what's happening in that space here, but really celebrate it. Yeah. Because, you know, when we started, the Gold Coast really didn't know what craft beer was. Yeah. And, you know, that was 12 years ago. And really, we're now held up the Gold Coast as a bit of a leader in the space. There's a lot happening here.
Like world class.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brennan is the brew master and he leads small groups on backstage tours.
Which one do you have the most love for? Is it like picking your kids? You can't pick just one?
No,
or?
I can't
say.
I can't say.
Yeah.
I love beer. There you go.
And speaking of you loving beer, Peter told me that, where's Brennan? Oh, he's probably talking to his beer. Do you talk to the beer?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I talk in my head to my beer. I wouldn't do that out loud.
Back at the bar, you can have a chat to the beers yourself. Or better yet, taste them.
Oh, Brennan, this comes from the heart. You're a genius, mate.
Thank you very much.
How good is that? Really? Cheers, mate.
Scott Hargrave, the head brewer at nearby Bolter Brewing, is also looking forward to showcasing his award-winning range at the festival.
Crafted was a ripper last year. They did a great job off the bat. Yeah. For their very first years, it was spectacular. But to be able to rub shoulders and have a beer and share a cheese platter or a bag of twisties with someone who's come to a festival to come and say good day.
That must be nice though, hey, to see the average person just loving a bolter.
But it's why you do it. Well, it's why I do it, because that's the whole piece. Is like, I'm not making beer just for myself or for, to throw it out the window. It's so that people are going to get something out of it.
Yeah, you guys have absolutely killed it.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to drink your beers. I'm just going to stay here for the afternoon. Hold my calls and cancel my afternoon.
Put the date in your diary, folks. Saturday, 6th of October, the Crafted Beer and Cider Festival. For more information on the event and the 2 breweries I've visited today, head to our website.
I'm Caroline McCulloch. I'm a podiatrist and physiotherapist turned footwear designer. People would probably know me best for the director and designer of Frankie 4 footwear.
I'm Alan McCulloch. I'm husband of Caroline and the other half of Frankie 4 footwear.
I used to have a little fox terrier called Frank, and I had Frank before I even had Alan.
Frank brought us together, really.
Frank did bring us together. So when we started Frankie 4, we named it after him. Al and I live out at Brookfield with Max and Rose, our 2 children. We have 2 dogs, Ben and Billy, and 3 chickens. Go Billy!
That's a good one. Oh.
The thing we love about living out here is the fantastic bushwalks. There's so many different fire trails and the kids love it, and we can take our dogs as well, and it's literally 5 minutes from here. Frankie 4 was founded in 2011. We began Frankie 4 really out of sheer frustration. It was a real push to get my patients to wear shoes that I knew would reduce their foot pain, but they hated the shoes. And if I was prescribing them footwear that I wouldn't want to wear, I felt a bit wrong. I was like, am I going to go to hell for this?
So they're shoes women want to put on their feet because of their looks, and they're shoes that women want to keep on their feet for their feel.
We're forming a cult. But a healthy cult. I mean, we could be pushing bad stuff, but at least this cult is interested in things that are good for you. Yeah. Winning the Lord Mayor Business Award, I won the Business Person of the Year category. Yeah, it did feel like a game changer for me. And it's a prestigious award, you know, having won it, it feels like a bit of a badge of honour, to be honest. I'm doing what I love, absolutely. I love my job. I love footwear, I love designing shoes, but having that recognition from the Lord Mayor Business Awards, it feels motivating.
It's given us an extra shot to sort of acknowledge that we're doing a good thing, you know?
This is the hamster wheel, and it's a fun introduction to a next level Cape Tribulation experience. I'll share it with you after the break. I'm on a high, or I will be in the next few minutes as these human hamsters launch me into the treetops. Come on, let's go, let's go. About 20 metres up in the Daintree rainforest at Cape Tribulation, there's an activity called jungle canopy surfing. James Dalzell is one of a team of guides who take zipline tours through a section of heritage-listed wilderness. How does this all work? How do we get from tree to tree, James?
So we get from tree to tree where it's a top belay from each platform. We're going to be going through 5 different platforms throughout the different layers of the canopy here today.
Bum slide off here and just soaring through the canopy. The Daintree. How beautiful is this? Yeah. Nice. Thank you. Ew. Yeah. Nice.
It is the oldest rainforest in the world. It's about 135 million years. Really, really special little place here.
Platform 3 is called the Grandstand.
It gives us a good opportunity to look down over like all the different layers of the canopy, but then all the way out to the ocean and potentially out to the reef on a low tide. You can actually see the outer reef.
Stop it, that's awesome.
We are going across one of our longest spans here, about 86 metres from this platform to the next.
What a view.
This is definitely one of my favourite ones, it's the most scenic.
Certainly pretty high. And just when you think the ride doesn't get any more thrilling,
Lean back and then hook your feet up around the top of the black thing here.
Yeah.
And then you want to lean back with your shoulders and put your arms out to the side like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to zip line, but it's another thing to do it upside down. I think I might call this the fruit bat. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. You're allowed to race to the final platform. Loser, 5 push-ups.
Loser, 5 push-ups.
Okay.
All right, I'm down for that.
Jade's got the flag at the bottom. Yeah! Oh, oh you cheated! Oh, yeah! No. Yeah! Oh, yes! A winner!
Good stuff, bro.
Who wants a replay? Oh, yes. Very good, my man. Well done.
That's how it's done.
Jungle surfing canopy tours are a brilliant adventure for the whole family, and there's nearby holiday accommodation if you want to extend your time in the forest. Yes, there is a resort down there. Natalie Pringle manages Cape Trib Beach House, which has National Park on 3 sides and the ocean at its front door.
Walking along the beach, you'd never know that there's a resort right in there.
Yeah, it's nice. I think that was the intention, to get the resort to sort of blend in with its surroundings, so people can really just feel like they're in the heart of the rainforest.
Natalie's from the northeast of England. She came here for a holiday and never left.
What do your friends think about this back home?
It's really hard to describe where it is. Like, when I've been back and I'm trying to tell them about it, and you get on like Google Images and they're just like, but you live in the rainforest? I don't understand it.
The beach house is actually 33 wooden cabins. Some are set up for couples, there's also family rooms, and also backpacker and dorm accommodation for travellers who are watching their budget. Contact information for the resort and the zipline is available on our website.
It's just beautiful, isn't it? Like, it's just completely unique.
There are some really great oceanfront pathways along many of Queensland's favourite tourist strips. One of them connects Bargara to Monrepos, and I'm going to check it out after the break. Beach houses don't get more beachy than this. I'm in the Bundaberg coastal neighbourhood of Bargara, staying right on the shore at the appropriately named Sandcastles. Inside are 2 and 3 bedroom self-contained apartments that are really roomy. But the selling point is definitely the location. This is the perfect destination for a stop, drop and flop holiday. That's one option, but I've never been great at sitting still, so I've hired a set of wheels from Bargara Vintage Bicycle Hire and I'm going exploring. Just a couple of 100 metres down the road is an ocean swimming enclosure called the Basin. And from here there's a waterfront bike path all the way into town. How gorgeous is this? I'm not quite sure what I was expecting from Bargara, but I'm in love. I'm sold. Further along the esplanade is what Bargara locals call their CBD. That makes me giggle because it has such a laid-back vibe. And down a cool little laneway is Matt Grill's specialty coffee and health cafe called The Journey. Matt uses local ingredients and local cooks to prepare good-for-you treats.
We just want to provide a place where people can come, hang out, have a good time, leave better than when they arrive.
It is a really cool little strip along here.
There's lots of good little cafes and restaurants that you can visit. The windmill is a great little spot and a great garden to sit and eat in. And then if you want something easy like fish and chips, there's plenty of those little spots along the way as well.
And plenty more bike path. All right, how long till your shift's over?
A couple of minutes.
Should we go for a cruise?
Sounds good.
There are so many young families here. It must be a great place to raise kids.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a beautiful place just to come and hang out down by the beach, and especially on days like today, it's pretty special.
So tell me what it is that you love about living here.
Sunshine. No, I do love the outdoor lifestyle. This path that we're on, it goes all the way from Bernard Heads to Elliot Heads, so it's rivermouth to rivermouth.
You get a great view of the water at Nelson Park.
This is one of my favourite spots in Bargara. I'm sure you can see why. Call Matt the barista with blisters, because when he's not riding the path, he's running it.
You're an ultra marathon runner. What does that mean?
So an ultra marathon is anything above a marathon. So technically 43 kilometres up until as far as you want to go.
Why do you do it?
It's really a part of my daily routine. So I love challenging myself and seeing how far I can go. It gives me a clear head to start the day and makes the day feel normal to me.
Matt sees a lot of the region, running anywhere from 10 to 50 kilometres a day. One of his regular routes passes through Barolin Nature Reserve. It's a pretty busy little bikeway, isn't it?
It is, it's pretty well used. It's a super nice place, it's nice and safe, and you can go as shorter as long as you want.
The bike path pops out at another lovely spot to the north of Bargara.
Welcome to Monrepos.
Oh, look at this! Matt, I've heard so much about Monrepos, but I've never been.
It's a pretty beautiful beach. It's super long, and it's where the turtles come and lay. So around Christmas time, they come and lay their eggs in the dunes, and around Easter time, all the little hatchlings come out and scurry down the beach.
Well, I feel like I've learnt so much today about the Coral Coast. It's been so much fun, thank you.
No problem, thanks so much for coming.
There's a series of brochures about Coral Coast pathways available from Bundaberg Region tourist outlets or the council. We'll have the details of the places I visited on our website.
While you're online, check out our mates at queensland.com and Queensland Rail Travel. And remember to keep tagging your pics to pop up in the show.
Well, I know better than to challenge an ultra-marathon runner to a race home, so I'm going to take my time getting back to Bargara. I hope you've enjoyed exploring the Coral Coast with me. There's so much more to be discovered. Until next week, bye for now.